Also should start the improvements to the unit testing soon also. So when I am writing the new CRUD, I should be thinking about the unit tests that go into it. And we should also do improvements to the marketing site too sometime this month. I have been doing a few on the weekend. I just haven't pushed them yet. So yeah, we'll hopefully be doing that shortly. Socks down, please. Thank you. All right, let's get it straight into it. So I'm just going to do a git checkout develop. Git status. Ooh. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. Okay, what did I change the other day? I am going to git checkout the NearBeach static. We just got those. And we've hit the ad break. You're all right? Yeah, I can't complain. I'm just tired today. I've had one of those terrible days where I've hit bug after bug after bug after bug after bug, and I was just by 12 o'clock today, I'm like, how am I going to survive the rest of this day? I'm over it. So, yeah. Let's just say I was not happy. I was trying to debug why a particular thing was happening for one of our clients, and I was like looking at their data, looking at the data in the system, like there's nothing wrong with this data. And then I've imported it into our dev, and the dev just kept crashing. I'm like, but why is it crashing? So just on a whim, I re-imported it, worked perfectly fine, and I'm like, you son of a gun. I am just like, oh my. I think by the time lunchtime rolled across, I was like to my producer, I need you to do this, 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 and this. I've had way too many things fail on me this morning. I'll snap. Just, yeah, it's one of those days. So yeah, it's, let's just say, I am glad the workday is over. And I know tomorrow, the instant I go in, I'm going to open up my local. I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Everything's now in sort of that sort of thing where I've cloned production on, and I can now debug using those clones. And I'm going to find the issue in about 2 seconds, and it's going to be something bloody simple. And I'm just going to internally scream. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Just going on a rant about today. So, what difference did I have? I don't see the difference. Oh, yeah, all right, that difference makes sense. Okay, so I'm just gonna go git diff, the NearBeach templates, NearBeach sprints, sprint information.html. Oh, it's the, okay, yep, that makes sense now. I had double rant. Pip was ranting that there's a sale at the fabric store this weekend, but I can't take her at the exact time. Fair enough. And damn about the sale at the fabric. So, yeah. Minor changes to the template and test data. All right. Oof. All right. I just realized. Oh, I've got to take a screenshot of that. Oh, this is in Mac mode. There it goes. Screenshot. I can do it the proper way now. Oops. I've got to just get used to that shortcut. All right, 6,010 deletions. I am going to post that on Twitter very quickly. All right. All right, posting that. Welcome, Bliss Dairy. Sorry, I want to viewers, chat for prices. All right, yeah, you are a bot. There you go. All right. Is that nice to the 6,010 deletions? Yes. But yeah, luckily it's just test data. So, did you see what I ended up doing with the Gantt chart? Long story short, I decided to flood in about 7,000 rows of data to see if it would not work, to put it lightly. It worked fine. I was actually really shocked how easy it worked. I wasn't expecting it to work that well. So I was very happy with the outcome of that. So yeah. All right, let's go git pull. We're on the, we're still on the feature Gantt chart. All right, we're now on the develop. Let's do a git pull, npm run prod. We're just doing this as a prod. We're gonna be running the server like normal. We will be running as unprivileged users today. Lily, out of the room. Out. Nope. Nope. You're not allowed in here. Nope. You cause trouble. All right. Sorry about that. Lily and Socks don't get on well. So this is Socks' room. Lily has the living room. All right, where was I? I lost my train of thought completely. Oh, we're going to test as an unprivileged user today. So we're going to go all the way down to read only. And the read only still. Is she back in? Lily, out. No. You got the exact same food, the exact same water. Alright, there goes Socks. Door is shut. Alright. Trust Lily to do that. Cats be cats, yes. Yes, she just wants to come in. Yeah, it's just... Yep. She likes to cause trouble, that Lily. Let's just say that. Now, we do have a fix for this on the way. It does mean I need to create my own little middleware. I'm just reading up on that. I should open up new track. All right, cool. New project, new requirement, new task, right? New request for change, great. So list all objects, list sprints. So a read-only user can easily get to sprints. That's perfectly fine. If we actually no, if we open this container as, I'm gonna go dark admin. And I'm going to create a sprint for project 1. All right, let's go to sweet, we don't actually see it. But if I go... So wait, I'm going to open this up as the super user 2. Oh, this one's in read only. Oh, all right, cool. Sweet. No, that isn't a bug. So what's actually happening here is if we actually go to users and we go to dark admin, oh, they are a super user. But still, when you're searching, you don't want to get everyone's. Even if you're a super user, you don't want to get everyone's sprints and stuff like that. You only want to get yours. All right. Yep. No, that makes sense. The administrator is under multiple groups, whereas this one's just under admin. So if I... Oh, there's a bug. All right. Found a very quick bug straight away. So under user permissions, button says add user instead of group/permissions set. Method 1, log into NearBeach. 2, navigate the menu. Maybe have a see all button. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. And only have it for the super users. And hey, the Bob I know. Just turned the MVP for my project. Oh, nice. It was too ambitious. Fair enough. Fair enough. But good thing that you know that. All right, there's nothing wrong with failure whatsoever. The idea, they always are. I would say NearBeach is way too ambitious. All right. I just Stockholm syndrome. Don't feel down about it. All right, whatsoever. You now know your limits for that. You now know a lot more information that you did. You've learned a lot more than you did at the start of it. So for your next project, you can be like, all right, cool. I now know I have these limitations, and you plan a lot better. You also will develop a lot faster because you've learned those skills whilst doing that project. But yeah. Don't believe him. You'll start getting it wrong. Yeah, well, Stockholm syndrome, you know. That's why I'm stuck on NearBeach. Navigate the menu, administration, users, find a user, go to that information, user's information page. For scroll to the use permission list. Expected results. The button should say add group/permission. Actual results. The button says add user, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right. You always get it wrong. You just become okay with it. Look up Holster's law. All right. If I can spell. It always takes longer than you expected, even when you take into account Holster's law. The law is often... All right. Always will. The NearBeach rewrite was only going to take 2 years. It's now, we're headed up to nearly 4. Holster's law is a self-referential adage coined by Douglas Holshit in the book Godel. I just pretending to pronounce that. Godel Eschker back an internal golden braid. Describe a widely experienced difficult of accurate estimating the time it'll take completing a task of substantial complexity. It always takes longer than you expected, even when you take into all right. So, I like it. I'm gonna put that over there for the moment. All right. So method. Expected result. All right, sweet. We can fix this one today. This would be user. Because I think I've got a couple of bugs in here, which if we fix a couple of them, we'll do another release tonight. It's been I think a week since we've done a release, so yeah, I do kind of want to get a release done. All right. Anyway, getting back to what I wanted to do, we wanted to add in QA team, add user. Ooh, we need to actually select a permission set, and that's not. There's another bug. Actually, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that whole thing, and yes, that was Socks jumping up and trying to knock things off. Okay, new issue. Adding a new group / permission set to user. Oh no. No validation on add user modal. Method 1, log into NearBeach. 2, navigate menu, administration, user, go into a user's information page. 3, click add a new group / permission set to the user. Do not fill out the permission set. Try and add. All right. Yeah. However, that being said, back in August 2020, I realized that NearBeach was becoming a mangled, tangled mess of just random ideas that had no sort of flow to them. Essentially, I was being like, oh, this will be a cool feature to add in. This will be a cool feature to add in. This will be a great feature to add in, and so forth like that. Like, I was trying to add in quote and invoice management, and terribly, I would say. I was trying to do CRM sort of stuff, and it was a mess. So I deleted 95% of the code, and the only problem is I should have deleted 100% of the code, because I had some legacy problems come from that too. So yeah, and then essentially what I was trying to do was rebuild NearBeach, simplify it down to just have requirements, Kanban board, projects and tasks, and requests for changes. Which do have something to do with project management. So yeah, and I think it's become a lot stronger as a program over the years. So I think last year's spending months and months and months on 0.30 was definitely worth it. We're at that point where nowadays we're doing silly, trivial sort of bugs like this one. Expected results, which we do need to fix. Expected results, validation, error text will appear. Actual results, no validation appears. However, toast will notify user of the error. All right, and that's actually a 400 error. This is actually a bug. So I'm going to do that. Gonna do that. This is just a normal one. Oops, socks. Be careful. All right, cool. We're just finding all the bugs tonight. So I need to add in just full permission. That's fine. Add user in. There we go. So if we go back here, we hit reload. Now we see them all. So I'm just going to go to prod. And I'm going to record your idea, Nocturnal, before I forget. This is a bit slow tonight. I wonder why this is slow. All right, whilst that's booting up, that is really weird. Give me 2 seconds, sorry. Because that shouldn't be that slow. Actually, one way to... That's fine. NearBeach prod. Oh, we've also got test.nearbeach.app. That's loading up fine. Why is... This one was taking forever. All right, weird. Requests, yeah. Response time, 3.5 seconds. Come off it. All right, that was, yeah. How long before I add an L button? You know, like, I don't, I'm joking. AI button. I did just, give me 2 seconds. There you go. You're off to your friend Stag Do. He was QE at my last job. He was annoying as fuck for finding issues. Like if you press this button 3 times and go back to the previous page, sacrifice a goat on the full moon, go back to the page, you get an error message. I'm going in a couple of days. Fair enough. Yes. That's kind of what I need. I need someone to come in and be absolutely destroy it or try to destroy it. And I've got a test environment up, which works perfectly fine. So yeah. All right, what was it doing? Ooh, add a new card. Not automation security. Let's go search. For administrators have the ability to see a search, see all button. Administrators should have access to all objects. However, our default only shows what objects are assigned in their groups. This is so other people's tasks won't flood their own, which is, yeah, my main logic behind it. It has been brought to my attention. It might be a good idea to include a see all button that will enable the administrator to see all the objects. All right, cool. That's a bug. Yeah, but I've already put that bug in. So there's 2 of these. I'm just archiving one of them. But yeah, what actually happened was when I click save, it does send it off to save and stuff like that, but there's nothing on here that sort of indicates that it's saving. So then I panic thinking it's failed, and I click it again. But no, it's saved. If he has a tenner for every time, why would anyone ever do that? He would be a rich man. Yeah. Some people look just great at finding issues. And the issues find me. All right, today's a great example. Just stuff wasn't working. I just was like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? I pushed code. That code works perfectly on dev. And it was literally just a code push. So for C#, it was just bin pushes and stuff like that. And anyway, I was like, why isn't this working? It's just nightmare for me. Man, it was good at his job. It was great. Nope, sucks. Be careful. Excuse stepping on my things again. Anyway, I'm going to just delete that because that should be fine. That will just disappear there. All right, so we understand why that wasn't showing and so forth like that. If I go in list all sprints, I'm going to try a sprint 1. Mission denied. Great. Sorry. List all sprints. Now we don't have the Gantt chart in here already. The read-only user, yeah, that's going to be a good one to actually do because they won't have the ability to drag and drop. They won't have the ability to change anything. So when I actually do this, I'm going to have to add in little escape conditions at the start of each of the functionality. So for those who are wondering what I'm going on about, let's just go write code online. What I mean, what's a good co-share? No. All right. We're not gonna worry too much about this. So I have a function. So let's say it'll be on drag, and we have an event pass through and so forth like that. So I have a data point which will access going this dot user level. And what we can do is if user level is less than or equal to 1, we just return. And that's what we'll do at the start of these functions. We'll name it out being like check the user has enough permissions. And then nothing happens when they hit the drag and drop and stuff like that. So yeah, all right, leave that page. Okay, so go to parent object. This is cool. This is working. They don't have access to any of this. Buttons are gone. Can't edit any of these. Sweet. Can't edit any of those. Now I'm going to open this up in this tab, and I'm going to add in another group. just going to add them all in, and I'm going to add in all the users. I'm just going to do a refresh. All right, cool. Can't delete anything. Sweet, that is good news. Documents, can't upload documents. However, if we go into the permission sets, let's say we've got extras. Down on the extras, we've added grants upload ability, grants, comments on Kanban board, and so forth like that. I haven't tested these. So let's go into our users. Let's type in read only. Let's go down here. Let's actually add that in. So we're going to add in the QA team. We're going to add in, now remember, permissions are stacked. So you might have several permission sets, and what actually happens is, all right, that was weird. Sorry about that. Just a bit of spam. Anyway, so the permissions are stacked. So what will happen is for a given user and their group, it'll look at all their permission sets, and then it'll look at that particular attribute under that permission set, and it will determine in that stack which number is the highest and use that one. So if the person had, let's say, 0 for most of them, but a 1, then they'll have read-only access. If they have let's say a couple of 3s, 1 4, a couple of 0s and a 1, it'll go, all right, cool. For that particular attribute, you've got a 4. The idea of this is so that, yes, Socks. Yeah, the idea is so that when you can separate your permissions up, so you can be very sort of playful with your permissions that way. So for a particular user, you might have certain permissions stacked up, and for another user might not. You might set up permissions to be like, all right, cool. You're part of the project management, so we're only going to focus on projects and tasks. You won't have any permissions whatsoever for the requirements or requirement items or the requests for changes or anything like that, which could be possible. But yeah. But they also might be in another group where they do have permissions for those in that particular group. NearBeach permissions, they sound daunting and complex. They're not. It's just a bunch of Venn diagrams. All right, so I'm going to refresh. I'm going to hit documents. So this is actually a bug. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go into current issues. We're going to paste it in. We're going to go over into the permission set, and we are going to take a screenshot of this. Oh, I don't need to click that. I keep forgetting that. All right, so we're going to paste that in, and we're going to go extra permissions, grants uploadability, not working. So we're actually going to discuss this. We have set up a read-only user that has the grants upload ability. However, when we go to any project/task that we have access to, we cannot upload any documentation. So the idea of this is these extra permissions over here. The following permissions are added permissions on top of any read-only. For example, if the read-only user requires the ability to upload documentation, then you would need to enable the documentation permission here, which is this grant uploadability and so forth like that. Yeah, the idea here being a read-only user might need some very niche permissions. So one example would be uploading documents. You might have a read-only user who can't edit any of this, but might come through and actually upload specific information or documentation for that particular thing. They might also, you might have a customer where you just want them to have a read-only access to your Kanban board, which would be great. You can easily create your own group for that customer. You can then assign your Kanban board to your own groups and stuff like that, and their customer's group. The customer's only read-only, but you might want them to add comments, in which case, hey, cool, can I upload comments? Grants comments on projects and tasks. Now that's part of the notes section here. So once again, we'll be adding that functionality back in. So yeah, there's a good reason why these are included, and yeah, sometimes customers might need access to your system. And the good thing about NearBeach permissions is, once again, you can just create a group. You can create a read-only sort of situation where they only have access to those specific objects, and that works great, works wonders. We also have the public links too, but that's a niche workaround. All right, cool. Oops, I got that screen open. So I am going to make this normal. This is the bug. This is submitted. This is that, and this is going to be permissions. And we are going to create and copy of this. And those images didn't come through. Well, that's weird. So the other permission is comments on Kanban board. So if we actually go find list all objects, scroll down, we've got a Kanban board. We go to the notes. We can't comment on this. So what I want to do, I want to take a screenshot. I want to copy that. I want to delete that. I want to paste this in. Okay, so now I've got to take another screenshot of this. Talking about finding bugs. Finding bugs for UTrack too. We have set up a read-only user that has, and this sort of grants comments on Kanban board. However, when we go to the project, when we go to any Kanban board's card that we have access to, we cannot create any comments. That is very annoying. All right, I'm going to paste in that. And I'm just going to state grants comments on project. I'm going to simplify this. Read only user has the grants comments on project, however can't create any notes, comments. And then we'll just put tasks. And then we'll create. And then we'll untick a couple of these. We'll go back to this one. And we'll save that. Okay, so I'm done for that particular one. Request for changes. All right, yep. Ooh, all right. This is a nitpick. It's a very nitpicky type of thing, but hey, this is fine. I'm glad that these are nitpicking bugs and not critical bugs. Hopefully, touch wood, we won't find any critical bugs. So, RFC read only can edit important dates. So, method 1, log into NearBeach as read-only user. 2, navigate to an open RFC. Click on the release date under the important dates. Expected results, can't edit the dates. Actual results, can edit the dates, but not able to save. All right, so if they were able to save this, then yeah, this would be a critical sort of thing. But otherwise, this is just normal. This is fine. In fact, it could be... All right. Down here, we've got this, the lead. I'm trying to remember why I put a line at the bottom. Oh. Oh, that's a table. Oh, all right. That needs updating. Once again, very nitpicky. Okay, RFC. Change lead is still in table format. The change lead should be in the usual card format. So just having a think. So the card formats would look like this down here. Without that, I think that's going to be 10 times better than that. Just a little card. And then if we open this in one of these containers, oh, we don't have the ability to change. It's another bug. Oh, this is in read-only mode. All right, not a problem. There we go. All right, I'm gonna post another bug shortly after this. Once again, very nitpicky, and this particular nitpicky one's going to be very, very quick. And the change lead should be in the usual card format, currently in a table form. This is just a very normalish sort of bug. We're not worried about this at all. Okay, RFC, read-only draft has no ability to edit. Okay, so if we actually go into the read-only, we don't see anything to go into the ability to edit this. So yeah, method 1, log into NearBeach. 2, as a normal user, 2, go to the RFC link, but use the read-only URL. Expected results. User is able find an RFC that is currently in draft mode. User is able to go to the RFC information page from the RFC read-only page. Actual results. User thinks the RFC is completed, not understanding that it is in read-only mode. And the fix to this is just having sort of business logic where that button will appear, being like, hey, you can go back to the edit. So priority, once again, normal. This is just a bug. Submitted. This is assigned to me. Request. All right. So yeah, with that change lead, if we go to RFC information, I thought there was another bug, but no, it's because I was on RFC read only. We've got the update change lead here. And I'm going to have a very nitpicky bug here. This is mouse. Wait, come on. Mouse cursor should represent a hyperlink. Mouse cursor. Currently, when hovering over the update change lead, the mouse looks like the select text cursor. This should actually match the hyperlink text. Hover over. Cursor, similar to the tabs on the page. Yeah, very nitpicky. Submitted. Once again, request for change. All right, so this is a draft. This particular read-only user can't do anything, which is great news. So you might want to give a customer access to the RFC to read only and so forth like that. They can't do any of this. These are crossed out still. I need to fix that. I think I'm going to change this because there's going to be extra logic. Ooh. Yes, sweetie. What's the matter? Come on. Come up here. Say hello to everyone. Alright, so we have a bug here. Read-only user can't access these. So take a screenshot. just going to paste those in. Read-only user can't access description or MISC under change task. So in the above screenshot, on a draft of a RFC, we have the change task. User can't click on either description or MISC, and they will need to know that information. Once again, you might give a read-only access to a particular user, so they can actually look at the sort of request or change deployment and so forth like that. So what we want to do is we want to go into here, subsystem, blah, 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 blah. This will be change tasks. And we'll create that. Now I've put major because there's no workaround whatsoever. They should have access to this. If we actually copy this, paste it into here and hit enter, they have access in here. So something's gone wrong with the permissions where I don't have access to click on that. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Bit of a yawn. All right, so that is a problem. We're just going back here. So we're currently happy with a lot of this. I want to submit for approval. So yeah, we've got waiting for approval, team leader. All right, I love that feature now. So I'm going to open up. So this will be team leader. Pops up here, great news, waiting for approval. We're going to go into here and we're going to hit refresh to make sure we can't do anything like we could before, like so. A lot of this still stays the same. We've got this popping up under the read-only. So as you see, the cards look a lot better. This should be in the card format. And essentially we're just copying that same sort of render out and it won't take too long. So this person goes in, we're going to hit approve. And then we're going to go back in here. So this is still waiting for it to start and stuff like that. I don't have any access to any of that. I can't change any of that. That is great news. If I go in under the run sheet, if I go start, it'll start everything. Under the read only, once again, we don't have any of the buttons or any of that, but we do have start task there. All right, cool. I'm just making sure on every single step of the way. Cool. It doesn't show. Cool. Still doesn't show. Cool. Doesn't show. Task finished successfully. That is great news. This is all done. And then we can close request for change. And that should set it back to finished. Finished. All right, sweet. Cool. So that looks fine. I'm happy with the request for change. Let's look at something else. Oh, sorry. Anyway, give me about a minute. I am going to grab some water. I will be right back. And by water, I mean milk. All right. Oh, and give cat socks some treats time. All right. I'll get my milk glass out of the way for starters. Socks in your bed. You know where you're meant to get your treats from. All right, in your bed. No, come on. In your bed. In your bed. Good girl. Up in bed. Yes. I wanted to charge my headset. All right. In your bed. Thank you. You know where you get your treats. All right. Those fell out of your bed. There you go. I think I have another visitor. Hey, Lily. All right, Lily. No, Lily. Come on. There you go. Couple of treats. Max, you're getting locked in here. Alright. The joys of looking after a cat. Okay, socks. There you go. You've been a good girl. Alright. Jump back into this. Can't edit this, can't edit this. Can go to this. I should test the permissions around lack of permissions. And I'll do that next. Can't edit this. I need to jump into here. Let's add in some extra groups and stuff like that. Like so. Let's hit refresh. Cool, can't delete anything. That is great news. Requirement item. We're going to test the requirement items in a minute. The links themselves, we'll need to test those out. All right, so we'll go into requirement links. We'll add in a new link. We'll go, all right, cool. This project is assigned to this one. We'll go into here. We'll go links. All right, this requirement item, actually, we have it connected to this particular task. So requirement links, all right, sweet. The user can't actually edit those. And the thing is, on this particular page, we're not deleting them. You'll actually have to go to here to delete them. Oh, sorry, it's here that you delete them. For this particular one, you actually have to go to the requirement item themselves. So, oh, socks is... there we go. Actually, how does that look? Yeah, that's okay. Looks very ominous. I don't know. Looks like I'm towering over socks. I'll be like, hello, socks. She's like, eh? She's got her blank stare going on. We love her for her little stare. Yeah, she's looking very cute. There it goes, sweetie. Nocturnal said you're looking cute. Oh, she's embarrassed now. Alright, so read-only user. I should close that. That's looking fine. We can't delete anything. Documents, can't upload documents. That's already a bug. Customers. Ooh, I should. And a customer. Socks to here. I freaking love that profile picture. One day I'll get webhooks or something in so that these get updated in real time. The sprints, can't delete the sprints. MISC, ooh, we got the public links. We can't change the is active, which is nice, but we can easily paste and go for that. And yeah, these are in light mode. There's no way I can do dark mode for these, just because these are private links and the person won't have access to settings or anything like that. The notes won't be able to write notes, and that's fine. Okay, let's go to the requirement item itself. Can't edit that, can easily get back. Can't edit any of that. The stakeholder, eh? Oh yeah, you can't change the stakeholder. And that's purposely done into NearBeach. The business logic being like, you don't change a stakeholder constantly around. It's not a field you do change around. You create a project for it. If you accidentally create a project for someone else, remove that project and then start again. Socks is just deciding to go off. She sees Max. She's like, hey, how are you? Max is in the room too. All right, can go to the links, can't delete them, can't add them. All right, cool. Sprints. Yeah, I think we did say... Oh, this has not been added to any sprints. All right, cool. So... But in reality... Yeah, we haven't added it in here. Oh, and we got an ad. And just as I said that, this music stopped playing. All right, ad time. Let's fix up the music. Let's actually make sure. Yeah, I'm still going. All right, cool. Not having internet problems. There we go. Well, this is just using Nightbot. All right. Ad time. I don't know what to do. 30 seconds. I tell you what, I'll do 30 seconds of waits. Do them a bit quicker now. I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. Okay. Just 5 more seconds. All right. Everyone should be back. Cool. Welcome back, everyone. All right, workstation, yeah. All right, so I don't think there's going to be a bug for the moment, but one thing I am thinking of, if there's a parent object of a requirement, we need to limit it down. Yeah, but that's something different. All right, assign tags. All right, there's no assign tags. Yep. And notes. I do. Default tag. I do have a thought. I'll just open this up in a random thing. All right. This goes under MISC. slightly different visuals for each object. Each object should have slightly different visuals to indicate at a very quick glance what object type it is. For example, we might have triple lines indicating a project, etc. The visual part should be color agnostic, as we want those with color blindness not to worry. I think I'm using agnostic wrong. So I'm just going with it. Card position. I'm going to put that up at the top. I'm going to put this as a highish priority. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And I'm going to put a bug in right now. Kanban board level header not lined up 100%. Please note in the screenshot the header green bar means to not know, not have knowledge of. Okay. I'm probably thinking of another fancy word then. Essentially, it means that it's not affected by a change. So for example, we might have triple lines indicating project. The visual part should be color, should not heavily utilize color. Invariant. All right, perfect. Cool. Perfect. Done. Going back to this bug. Please note the screenshot, the header, the green bar does not line up correctly. It should be a few pixels further down. At the moment, that's just a normal one. Did the music stop again? Yes, yes it did. Why is YouTube twitching tonight? All right, let's try again. Hopefully this one works. Okay. Now, jumping back into this, once again, notes. Ooh. I am not as a read-only user. If I refresh this, I go misc. There's our default. Ooh, our default tag looks weird without the delete. And I've just pressed the wrong button. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Copy. I'm going to put in read-only tags. Look weird. All right. As per the screenshot above, it looks weird having the tags. It's just, sorry, my phone keeps going off. I'm just going to make sure it's nothing too crazy. All right. No, it's fine. Perfectly fine. All right. Cool. As for the screenshot above, it is missing the delete button as we are on a read-only user. This takes away some of the spacing for the tag itself. We should this currently looks weird. We should implement this should be fixed. Yep. That's all I need to say. This is normal. It's not going to affect anyone's day. Once again, this is a nitpick. And this is part of tags. So if I actually go find the object list tags, so yeah, we've got the info there. So the info works. Ooh, that's a bug and a half. Okay. Read-only user can edit tags. Not able to save. Okay, method 1, log into NearBeach as a read-only user. 2, navigate the menu. Find objects, tags. On the search tag page, edit the tags. Expected results. None of the fields can be edited. Actual results. Fields can be edited, but we get errors. I'm going to say we don't want that modal popping. Do we want that modal popping up or not? I'm going to say yes. Modal will appear, but none of the fields can be edited. The user will only be able to close the modal. The save tag and delete tag buttons are not appearing. Fields can be edited, but we get errors when saving. Buttons, incorrect buttons are showing. This is normal. I don't think it'll... No, it can't... Yeah. I mean, I'm on the fence with whether it's a major or a normal one. The reason being is they won't be able to do anything anyway. So if we hit delete, it won't delete because we get a 403, which permission issue. Save, 403, permission issue, and so forth like that. And they can just close the thing. But yeah, I think having this open would be useful information for this. But that's all. All right, so clicking on that, that's fine. So we're just going to search all objects again. So we've done requests for change. I'm happy with requirements. I feel like, yeah, I'm happy with that. Projects, let's Click on all of those. Yep. All right, cool. A lot of this is, yeah, the same sort of stuff over and over again. Oops. All right, all of these are good. Can't edit any of those. Can't edit any of those. I'm happy. Search objects. Let's go to task. Can't edit. All right, cool. This will be essentially the same. Yeah, sweet. All right, so there's one thing I do want to check out. So I'm going to go groups, actually user. And I'm going to go no permissions. Add new user. I'm going to call it no permissions. No permissions. Going to add a permission set. And what I'm going to say is no permissions. Oh, this is actually a critical bug. I can't create a new permission. Damn, I was hoping for no critical bugs. Can't create any permission sets. Okay, method one, log into NearBeach as a super user to navigate the menu, administration, and then permission sets. Create a new permission set, fill out the name appropriately. Expected results, able to save. Save/create. Actual results, the create new permission set button is blank, is disabled. So yeah, we definitely want to fix this one. Oops. I was meant to actually finish all of this off. This is definitely, actually, it's what's called a showstopper because there's no workaround. Submitted. It's going to be assigned to me. It is going to be permissions. That's definitely going to be in this version. All right. So I'm going to have to do a workaround. Kinda. So what I want, permission sets. I'm gonna add one in. No permissions. Gonna have no permissions. The change user is gonna be me, of course. I'm gonna add that. All right, sweet. So going back into here, if we go into permission sets, we should now see one called no permissions. There it is. All right, so we're gonna add a user, and we're gonna add a user the no permissions. That's another bug. Once again, nitpick. When adding user to a group / permission set, no ability to search. All right, the search user functionality should have a search ability. I.e user types in either the username or name of the user, and it will get the results. All right, sweet. This is just a normal one. This is, once again, this is just a nitpick. Okay, getting back into this. So we've got no permissions, and then we're going to select the QA team. I'm going to add that user in. So I'm going to open up a new container. Let's go banking again. Let's go localhost 8000. Let's actually log off. Let's go in as no permission. Let's double check that user. No permissions. All right, sorry, it's in light mode. What I want to actually do, list all, doesn't have access. Does not have access. No access. No access, but it shows part of their group. All right, cool. I only wanted to test that. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just wanted to test a user with no permissions very, very quickly. That was it. All right, cool. So this should be it. Now, if we list all objects, we want to go into the Kanban board. By default, we can't move any of these. This is great. All we're doing is we're just selecting stuff. We can still see if that is going to open up in a new window. So, yep. Click on that. Oh, sorry. Can't click on any of those. Can't click on any of that. Can't add notes yet. Can't add users. Yep, that makes sense. All right. So what I want to do. So I want to. Oh, I've just used the Apple copy and paste. Let's go with the top number 7. So what I want to do, description, yep, that's fine. Notes, adding in a simple note here. We're going to add in the user. Starting in a couple of users. Downloads, all right. Where's our profile pictures? And public link. All right. So if we refresh this, open up this. Can't edit any of that. Can't edit that. Oh, this looks a bit weird. Yeah, all right. Just gonna refresh that. Once again, this is just nitpicking. It's very nitpicky. Read only user, Kanban card, notes has a weird extra couple of lines. All right. Oh, yep, don't forget to drop. All right, we've got, I'm going to go shocked max. So this is assigned, this would be the card. We won't have a version for this yet. But yeah, I think a lot of these are going to be very quick and easy to do. It's just the extra permission ones, which are probably going to be a little bit harder to do. Yeah, because I might need to edit the permissions to enable them properly. Yeah, I'll figure it out. All right. The users, we can't edit anything. The downloads, yep. Public links, we can only copy. All right, sweet. I'm happy. All right, so list customers. We'll go back into here. Yep. Actually, let's go into that one again. Let's go into this one. Yeah, we can only do so much in here. All right. I'm going to say I'm happy with the bug testing and stuff like that. So I'm going to close these tabs and I'm going to focus on this critical now. So I should zoom in for you guys. So can't create any permission sets. This is very critical. So we're going to go npm run watch. And I'm just going to neaten this up. So it should be like this. We want to go into our source JavaScript components and we want new permission set. So create new permission set. Is permission set disabled? Let's have a look at this. Go to implementation. So return unique permission set name or okay. That is okay. Let's have a look at why. I am gonna log off. I'm gonna log in. Gonna go to permission sets, realize that I need to actually load in the new JavaScript. Go add new permission. So nothing can be picked at the moment, but if we click on that, go to our view, go to our new permission set, we have checking permission set name is false. Unique permission set name is true. Okay, so we haven't changed this unique permission set name. Okay, so disabled. Is submit disabled? That's actually meant to have an exclamation mark at the front. All right. If the unique permission disable if the name is not unique, or we are checking the permission set name. Cool. Now that should be false there. Hang on, sometimes I just need to do this. This might be computed instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, waiting a couple of seconds, as we always do. Hitting refresh. Oh, we don't want that. But it comes back. Oh. We definitely don't want that. Okay, so one way around it. Just have it as true, straight off the start. Or actually, this will be false. And then if we hit restart, it's false. All right. Oh, please select a unique name, permission set name. It's gonna be, yeah. All right, let's go true and true. That way we don't have that popping up when it's not needed. Well, then that pops up. This then just becomes one of those nitpicks where, yeah, it's just, okay, where's that computed? Is this disabled? And we got an ad. And I'll tell you what, Duolingo, because I need to practice my letters and stuff like that. Oh, characters. So I am going to quickly do the characters. There.
Ge.
Let's get.
Ze.
So that will be there.
Zu. Zu.
Zo.
Zo. Za.
And za.
Za. Gi. Za. Miso.
Miso. All right, cool. That's water. Ha. G.
Kaji.
Oh, that's kaji. Sorry. Ha would be ha.
Haji.
Haji. Sorry.
Iza.
Eat.
Iza.
All right. Kaza.
Kaze.
Oh, kaze. That would be kazu.
Kazu.
Nazo.
Nazo.
Ne.
Neji. Jishin.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I'm just going to stop that. Leave page. Yep. I need practice. I've just got to practice a little bit more. All right. So the one way around this is we just add in if the permission set length is 0. Like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into 3 lines like that. And it's all commented and stuff like that, so that should be perfectly fine. And now presto. So if we have home, done. Works, a treat. But if we go back to the permission sets, create a new one, and we call it home again, it won't do. Perfect. So that was quick and easy. So if we go git status git add source git commit bug fix. This is a critical bug fix which we can deploy tonight, which is nice to do. Okay, paste that in, git push. All right, we're happy. Okay, so going in here, we're just going to go ready for retesting. We're going to click on the 14 release. We've also got the slow internet multiple submits given us multiple cards in Kanban board. So this is, if we go into here and we go into, let's search for all objects. Let's go to Kanban QA. Let's throttle this down to that one. Let's add a new card. Let's go adding a new card, yay, and so forth like that. And what we can do is we can click. Now I've clicked on twice and we just added in 2 new cards. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So one way we can get rid of this is when we add in the card, it'll disable it straight away. So let's close this. Let's close this. Let's go into card information. It's part of a wizard, isn't it? New Kanban card. And we've got the add card button down here. So we've got the disable add button. That's just a true. All right. So what we want to do is add Kanban card. We straight away want to go disable the save. So this dot disable the add button equals true. And then down here, when we're finished, we want to enable the or don't we? Oh, we've also got to have an error. So dispatching a new toast where we've got message error creating card. Sorry, that was meant to be header. Extra classes, background warning, delay is going to be 0, and that's all fine. Okay, cool. So add a, actually unique type is going to be new card. I actually want to put this in here. That's fine. We'll fix all of this up in, well, right now. So BG warning. All right. This is going to be creating new card. Please wait as we create the new card. Warning, that's fine. New card, that's perfectly fine. So, card created successfully. card created successfully. And that's going to be success. We don't need the delay. And this is danger. Okay, so one thing which I'm puzzled about is, do I need to re-disable that? Ooh, I want to say, yeah. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, keep it like that. Well, this is with the old method too. All right. Gonna refresh. Don't know why this is going so slowly. Oh, I got it on this. No throttling. All right, now I want to do it on the Jeep, that one. So new card, adding a new card. We're gonna click on it, and we did it 3 times still. That's because npm run watch. We haven't built the code. That's my bad. All right, sweet. Built the code. We're gonna refresh. We're gonna add that throttle back in. We're gonna add new card. We're gonna be like, pain. And we're gonna try and, there it go, perfect. And only allowed 1 to pop up. Now, if I go add new card again, all right, cool, it's in that mode. So retesting again. Yeah, perfect. Just disables it and done. All right. Let's do this. Git add, we'll just edited source, git commit bug fix. All right. This is ready for retesting. So we've done enough, several bugs. So going back into Excalibur, let's cross up what we've done. So we've bug tested NearBeach. I feel like we can fix a few more bugs. We can do it. Then we need to plan the CRUD. We also need to look at the documentation and be like, what's missing? How can we improve it? And so forth like that. Like I said earlier in the stream, I've done the very, very minimalistic for it. So yeah. I'm going to grab another quick drink. I won't be long. I should have done this during the ad break, sorry. So I'll be right back. Do you want to go in it? No? You want to stay in here? Oh, I'm going to set up myself. That would have been very painful. All right. Lily, out. No. You and Socks can't get on well. She's in here. Yeah, she's in here. Sorry, sweetie. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so bug tested NearBeach. Oh, one thing I haven't done. All right. 10/13, 10 days ago. So on the 7th. What I'll do is I'll update these. So current issues is 18. Scheduled forward, Yeah, we're happy with that. Sorry, I just needed to update all of that. Just having a look at this. Yeah, we'll fix some bugs. We'll continue fixing a few more bugs. We do need to talk about this and this. So we won't do... It's 8:15 at the moment. I've got just under 2 hours left of stream. So let's see what we can do. All right. So we're just doing priority. We want to read-only users can't access description or MISC under that. We can fix these. I think if we fix these, we can do a release. Read-only users can edit text. Let's do the top one because I don't know how to fix it yet. Hey, socks. All right, so we needed read-only user. Let's go into shopping. I really should manage these. These containers. Sorry, just. We don't get the. Okay, manage containers. And hey, 85 Filter, how are you tonight? Hopefully you're going well. I'm just setting up my containers properly. So I'm just going to be like, this is admin. This one's going to be team leader. This one should be read only. This one should be team member. That way my containers make sense. And that way I can open up and go read only. All right, localhost. Let's log off. Read only. Let's bump into read only. It's in dark mode. Just woke up. It's good morning here in the East Coast. Oh, nice. So oh, okay. Yep. That's an okay time to wake up. So yeah. Glad you're awake. Okay, so for the read-only users, we want to go to, what is this, a RFC. We want to go to one of these. And yeah, we just can't access those. I don't know why. But we should be able to. So having a look under the view, we've got the change task module. We've got that data coming through. And then we've got these. All right, so it should be at the change task module. So what I want to do, I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to close that. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to go not NearBeach, sorry, source, JavaScript, components. This will be part of change task. This will be the change task module. There it is. All right, so that's fine. Are we disabling it on the template itself. Let's actually have a look. Let's go, not the views, sorry, the templates, NearBeach, change task information. And yeah, we are. All right. That's not what we're doing anymore. And that's probably why this is fallen through the cracks. So if I remove that and remove that, hit reload, let's bump that over here. So instantly that's fixed that problem. But it's added other problems in with it, which we'll fix up right now. So can't edit this. This is great. We need to disable those. That's perfectly fine. We can easily disable that. We can easily disable that. So what we want to do, we're going to view. We're going to view X. We're looking at the user level, and it does pass through user level 1. All right. So we now need to go in here. So I'm happy with all of this. The issues are now created in the lower sort of levels of stuff. So let's change task information. Let's have a look at the computed. And we're going to go user level in here. And this is as simple as just disabling stuff. So if we have a look at project information, we should be able to see vbind disabled is read-only in here. And essentially, if we go to that, by default is false, but as you see, we set it up like this. So it checks on one particular condition and then checks another condition. In this sort of case, I feel like we should be adding it up like that. Yes, just because if we close this change task, we don't want people editing it and so forth like that. So yeah, I feel like we should be implementing that sort of functionality. So by default, let's scroll down here. Is read-only false. And then we just go update is read, or whatever we called it in the other one, set read only, which belongs in that spot anyway. Set read only. And then what we do is if user has permissions less than one, less than or equal to 1, then read only. If this dot user level is less than or equal to 1, this dot is read only equals true. And we can add in other conditions in here. To add in other conditions like when the RFC is closed, or when change task is completed, etc. Right, so that's why we're just putting a note in there for the future. And that might be a thing that we put a bug against this. It will be very nitpicky. So if we open this up as, let's go team leader. Let's find something which we have closed. So include closed. We've got the finish, this one. If we scroll down, let's click on this one, task. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's put this as a bug. can edit piss. Thank you. Can edit change tasks when they are finished. All right, so we'll need to look at all specific statuses and determine when a change task can be edited. At certain points, a change task cannot be edited. This is going to be normal. This is going to be bug. It's submitted. I'm just going to write in change task. Our request. Oh, wait. This is for me. Whoops. Change task. I'm just going to create it. So, yeah. What bug was I fixing? Oh, this one. So it'll be linked. Add a link. All right. Related to add link. All right, cool. And we're happy with that. So yeah, with that other bug, we'll need to actually discuss what changes do we need. We can fix that tonight, most likely. But yeah, it'll need thorough testing. So to do, add another conditions like when the RFC closed or when the change task. Yep, all right, sweet. So up here, we start from the top and we work our way down. So vmodel, all right. That's it. That's all we're pretty much doing. Start date. Yep. End date. Yep. That's just gonna. Ooh, is disabled. All right, that one's a bit different just because that's a component and there's a special thing in here. I'm going to pick new music. We need copyright free one. Yeah, that one keeps, don't know why, just keeps stopping. All right, so yeah, the one reason why we need this is a custom component. So I need to actually send it through and it'll handle it. For this particular thing, we are going to be changing that in the near future. It's going to be a specific condition why I would change it. All right. Sorry, I'm just keeping my binds together. Yep, that's fine. Those are all the buttons. We've tested that before. So yeah, if we just wait a few seconds. And we hit reload. Am I as read only? Read only. Hang on. Hang on. That is part of change task information. Oh, I haven't set this mounted. Yep. No, that's when it mounts, we need to do this. So set read only. That was it. Simple issue. Gonna hit refresh. Ooh, there we go. Apart from that, those are disabled. That is disabled. Now I can't see proxy set handler returned false for is read only. I don't know what went wrong there. Because I can still edit that. That's something different. Let's go up to the top. Let's go input change title. Change title, there it is. Is read only. So that should be true. So if we go down here, if this might be, we might need to set this after a tick. So this dot next tick, and then all we do is we just copy and paste it in. Yeah, sometimes what actually happens is the Vuex hasn't populated everything, so we need a next tick. So proxy set handler return false for is read only. So what I'm going to do is so change tasks. This is change task information. That's between dates. I'm just going to delete that. And then I'm going to wait a little while. And I just realized I'm on an ad break. I am terribly sorry. Sorry, it shows over here, but it doesn't show over right next to me. So I do apologize about that. So, yeah. Anyway, here's Socks. Hey, Socks. How are you going? You're actually being very well behaved with Lily around. Very little hissing, which is great news for me because I don't like it when they hiss. So, yeah, it's nice not having to deal with that day in and day out. All right, welcome back, everyone. Just patting Socks. All right, cool. I've just realized. All right. Let's get back into this. Where this is. Okay, so I'm just going to go up to the top. I'm going to search is read only. I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to go to the next one. I'm going to delete this, delete this. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. All right, cool. And I'm going to refresh. And I'm wondering what the hell's going on. So I'm going to slowly just comment out everything. Okay, cool. Why has that been a problem? Because I put it in the procs. Oh, yep, all right. That was my fault. Or, all right, I'll let those ones be like that. Okay, waiting a few seconds, hitting reload, perfect. Computer property, user level is already defined in props. Ooh. So it is. Let's go into our components. Let's go into our change task information. User level, it does pass it down. Why do I pass it down? Tell you what, I'm going to keep it as a prop. I'm going to get rid of it as a computer thing. And that gives me the ability to get rid of this like this because it will happen at mount. It'll have that data at mount. So, yeah. Now, let's go back up here. Let's go vbind disabled is read only. And then between dates, we need a vbind is read only equals is read only. It's perfect. And then we're just pasting these in. And then implementation user and so forth like that. Oh yeah, we did that. Perfect. All right. Now we just need to do it down here. So this needs to be disabled. So it can't do that. This needs to be disabled. This needs to be disabled. And I am going to add in some change task links. All right, and we can't delete it. Sweet. So what I want to do, and I've realized I'm on ad time still. I'm terribly sorry. There I go. That was silly of me. All right. Sorry, I was just doing stuff without realizing. You're back from buying groceries? Welcome back. What did you buy? We are just fixing a couple of bugs. We'll then do a release. Then we'll talk about documentation and talk about the Gantt chart, the CRUD for the Gantt charts. You got some mincemeat and eggs. Oh, fair enough. Okay, going with this. Oh, sorry. Bit of a yawn. We want down here, which is the change task modules. Which if we select this, let's have a look at what data we get. So, all right, we don't get any data at this level, but we've got change task link list. So I'm just going to open up this. So we've got change task link list, which I think we're happy with. We didn't find any issues on it. So we're going to move to the next one. So change task description is this one. And we need a vbind disabled equals, and we need user level, get user level. I'm going to watch stream while everything is defrosting and then start cooking. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes I take my laptop into the kitchen and watch someone stream whilst I'm cooking. User level is less than or equal to 1. So when that's true, we disable. And then with the MISC, is downtime is required by. So is downtime. So computed is downtime. So we need to get the ... map getters. Ooh, we need to import that. Import map getters from Vuex. Map getters. We have it like that. We have an object, and then we have user level, and let's get user level. And then the idea is when someone clicks on this button, all right, so v bind disabled equals user level is less than or equal to 1. And then required by, yeah, that's just a simple disabled. Let's import so computed ... map getters user level, get user level, and then in here the bind disabled is when user level is less than or equal to 1. And that should fix a lot of that. So we're just going to hit refresh. Done, done, and done. And I just realized that we're probably going to revert some of that to what we've done before. Because a lot of this we won't want to edit this if this is in certain statuses. So we're going to do that right now. So instead of having it like this, we'll have a computed. Actually, we're going to have a set and a mounted. So straight off the bat, and a prop. So is read only is false by the start. Then we need to set is read only. And that will be this dot user level if user all right, so we're doing the same thing as before, and then mounted this dollars next tick, and then this dot set is read only. All right, and then we go up here, and we're like is read only, like so. Very simple, very quick. Yeah. And the best thing is we can sort of expand this out and so forth like that. If we really wanted to, we could put all this data in a view and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I have 4-hour podcast queued up to listen to tonight. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with a good podcast. So this is getting user level, is downtime, then set is read only. If this dot user level is less than or equal to 1, this dot is read only. True. I need to actually add that into the props. So we'll have, oh no, not props, data. is read only is going to be false to start off with. Okay, and then down here we'll have mounted. And then this dollar's next tick, because we're going to wait for the Vuex to propagate. All right. And we're going to do it with this one too. And we're going to do it out of order just to confuse our system. All right, I like to confuse it. All right, up here we want set is read only. If this dot user level is less than or equal to 1, this dot is read only equals true, and yeah, we're happy. And then I just got to find the data. We don't have any data up here. I'm going to put here data return is read only false. Okay, cool. So that should still work as planned. And as you see, yeah, we can't do anything here. We can't edit this. We should be disabling the update description. So what we got to do, yeah, no, that's going to be like that. If not is read only. And the same with this one. Like so. I wanted to ask you, because I'm in a similar predicament, when you use a Django backend and JS frontend, one's snake case and one is camel case, what is your coding conventions when handling business data? Good sort of question. So I have, let me actually show you. I just got to remember where this is. There is a, let me draw this out. So with Python, and with JavaScript, with the booleans, you'll have true or false. With the JavaScript, you'll have true and false. This is the only sort of cases where I've come across where there's been an issue. And what I tend to do is I have a translation layer that translates that from true false into true false. Other things that I do is I don't have many booleans in my database. So let's actually go find object. Let's not throttle. Let's go to a project. And let's go view page source. I'll zoom in. And another thing is you can, for table data, transfer it into JSON sort of data. So like this. So this is all JSON data. We've got like the NearBeach project. We've got the primary key being 5. Then we've got the fields and so forth like that. we should have a field called isDeleted, which we do, which I'll scoot over for you. So yeah, we've got a field isDeleted. Now that's a Boolean at the database level, and the JSON converts it into a proper JSON format and so forth like that. But yeah, let's say you have something like the task ID. Do you call that variable task ID or task ID in JavaScript? That is a very good question. Actually, I can go to the code. I've got a task ID. So under NearBeach, we've got models. All right, so we've got a task table under NearBeach. It's set up like this. The class will be in this sort of case. So you've got the capital T at the start, and so forth like that. And then the fields themselves are all underscored. If we have a look at the Django models, you'll see that in the instructions, they've set it up like that too. And this is actually quite nice. So when I get that data from the backend, I'll convert it into JSON format, which Python does very well, and it'll come out like this in the JSON format. So a good example will be if I let's go to network. Let's reload this page. Let's go here. And you'll notice that this is just JSON data. So it's got the linked underscore relationship and then a string. You've got the object ID that comes through as an int. The object status that comes through as a string, but that's just nilly fiddly stuff. So yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. So yeah, if you name it like this, you can convert it. The one problem is, depending how you're returning the object itself depends sort of how you return it. So if you ever go through NearBeach, you'll notice, especially under object data, that there's different methods of how I'm returning JSON results. And that depends if it is a query set or the other one, or if it's in this sort of, if I've added fields or I'm just selecting certain fields and so forth like that. So I need to write up documentation to remind myself what to use and what sort of case, what serialization to use. That's because certain serializers work better with certain sort of objects. So for example, with this particular one, I'm getting the lead user list. So we just get a form, it grabs all the group lists. We essentially filter all the users in that particular group, and then we're not doing anything else with that data, so we can actually send back an HTTP response with serialized data in there. But if you go further down, you'll notice here I'm sending back a JSON response, and that's probably because I've done something in this and this method just wasn't allowed for it. So I use the JSON response where I've got the JSON loads with data and so forth like that. The line above, you can see I've done a JSON's dumps. I've listified the data results and so forth like that. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Cheers. Yeah. But otherwise, yes. Converting it into JSON and just will be, apart from those little tiny, little nitpicky sort of things, it's actually quite easy. No, that's all good. I'm happy to answer the questions. Now I just got to remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was doing this, making sure none of this sort of breaks. So you can't read that now. You can't click on that, and you can't edit that. Sweet. So that's all working. Now we need to have a look at the statuses for the change task. So we're just going to the model, and we're going to go change task. So we need change task statuses. I'm just going to refresh that because it's not popping up with the add stuff over here. There we go. So change task statuses are the same as the RFC statuses. So if we go to that implementation, so if we actually just copy this for reference, we jump back into the change task information. And we want the set read only. I'm just going to paste this in. So draft, we want them to edit. Waiting for approval, we definitely don't want. Approved, definitely don't want them editing after approved or anything like that. So if I'm going to say it, if the status isn't draft, then we don't edit. So what we want to do, if the status is not in draft, we don't want to edit. So if this dot RFC status, now, ooh, is this going to be default empty status? Oh. Two lowercase does not equal draft, then this is read only equals true. All right, so I'm going to jump into a user where this is draft. So if we reload, no, all right. I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to go console log RFC status. Oh, I've put equal. Ah, it should not equal. All right. No, I've done a silly boo-boo. Silly boo-boo that we can edit very quickly. Now, in reality, I am duplicating code. I understand that. I don't think in this sort of case it is such a big deal. Just with the reason being, it's very, very simple. It is something that will probably be like, all right, in the future, we want this code to be in one central location, and we can just do that on the Vuex. All right. So I'm just waiting a couple of seconds. I'm going to hit reload. Let's see what happens. Ooh, RFC status is undefined. Ooh. Which means that, yeah, we do want to actually do this on the Vuex because we want to calculate it here, send it up stream into the status, and then we just need to bring it down. All right, cool. That's not going to take too long. So under source, JavaScript, Vuex, we want change tasks. And what we want is change task read only. By default, false. And then what we want to do, update change task update is change task read only. State and payload. State is change task read only equals payload dot is change task read only. That's all we need. And down here we'll have the get is change task read only. We just get the state. We then pass through return state dot is change task read only, and that's simple. Then what we can actually do is we get rid of all of this. We can get rid of this. We've still got the map getters. We won't need to use the level. We need read is read only, and then we get is change task read only. And that doesn't, we don't need to change that. And that simplifies everything. Now I'm waiting for an add to suddenly appear. So we're, with the downtime, we get rid of that once again. We then get rid of that, and we're just iterating this code until we're happy with it. Is read only. Ooh, we need to get rid of the data. I should do that with this one too. We just need to get rid of that. And then is read only. Get is change task read only. Alright, we're on ads again. Welcome back for those who have Turbo ad block or subscribe. Welcome. I am going to do a minute of weights. I'm trying to improve my upper body strength again. And I feel like I'm getting to the point where I can do these easily for a minute. Several times a night now. One day I'll do push-ups on stream. Alright. Oh, arms are starting to burn. Still got 30 seconds to go though. About 20 seconds left. All right. About 5 seconds. Arms are burning. All right, welcome back everyone. Max is meowing at my door. Give me 2 seconds. Hey buddy. Yeah, Socks is in here. You want to say hi to Socks? There you go, buddy. Alright, making sure I click on the workstation this time. Okay. So yeah, that should be like that. Set read only, just get rid of that. The data, we can get rid of that. And we get rid of that. Then we can do that. Is read only. And that is get is change task read only. And yep, we're happy with that. And then task information. Update update the Vuex. So this $store dot dispatch, no, not dispatch, commit. We want to commit type update is change task read only. And then we have is change task read only. And this is read only. And that will work perfectly fine. So if we wait a couple of seconds, hit reload, boom, like that, we can edit stuff as this particular user. Perfect. Yeah, all right, cool. However, this user shouldn't have that ability. And I think that will solve 2 bugs. Now, we need to double check this with another RFC. So if we go to list all objects, let's include closed projects. Let's click on this. Let's scroll down here. Let's copy this. Let's paste it into here. Yeah, this is all disabled because this is no longer editable. Perfect. So we've just done 2 bug fixes. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to cd sites NearBeach. I'm going to make sure that I'm in my source. I want to go git add everything under there, git status. Double check. Ooh, we did edit the template. So git add NearBeach.templates. Now I'm just double checking that these are all just static. In the very near future, what I'll be doing is I'll be editing these particular ones. I'll be adding those into the components list. All right, cool. Git commit bug fixes. Got to edit this one. And then I click on this one. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste it in. And then I'm going to do a push. So this version is on this one. Ready for retesting. This one is going to be on that version 2. And it's going to be ready for retesting. Then I'm going to close pinned things. I'm going to jump back to this one. I'm going to reorganize by this and go read-only user can edit tags and not able to save. So we've got to fix up this very quickly. The idea being is let's disable pretty much all of these. And yeah, just close it. So yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close all tags. I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open them up. And could go this tags. So the problem is we can edit all this. So we've got to disable those 3 fields and remove this down here. Apart from the closed. So if we go to our view, we should have not rendered toasts. So we've got search, we've got edit tag modal. So I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to go source, JavaScript, components. I am going to go to tags and edit tag modal. And then I'm going to scroll down, see if we props. We don't pass through user level. So if I actually go to the VueJS component in here and I click on user level, we've got user level 0. So we're not passing it through. So we need to actually pass it through. All right. So we want to go to NearBeach. We want to go to views. We want to go to tags. We want to also go back to our this and be like YouTube. Thank you. So on here, oh, this is a tricky one. This is actually under search views. So what we want to do is we want to search tag. So search tag. All right, so we pass through everything, specify objects. We've got args and quargs, and how we do actually have user level already set here. So we need to go to the templates and wonder why I haven't set it. Don't know. Possibly could have, should have. So that's sprint, sorry, search tags. We are passing the user level down. So let's go into, at the edit, that's why. But even then, let's go back down here. So we've got search and we've got search tags. Let's scroll down in. Hi, welcome back, Nocturnal. We've got props, we've got user level. All right, so we could send this user level upstream, which we should. It should be this $store.commit. And then it should be type update user level, and then user level, and then this dot user level. There we go. Very easy. Yeah, we're just fixing bugs at the moment. Definitely going to have a release tonight. I have 6, almost 7 bugs in there. So once I finish this bug, I will wrap everything up. We'll do a release. And did you just come in here to go to the bathroom, buddy? Okay, sorry. Max is like meowing at the door before he wanted to come in, and now he just wanted to go to the bathroom. Thank you, Max. Right next to me. At least it doesn't stink. But you guys have to listen to scratching for about half an hour. It's a what's the sound noise stuff? ASRM. I'm bad with acronyms. ASMR. All right. Yep. There we go. ASMR of little scratching in the background. You know, as Max tries to bury his unforgivableness. All right, so if we go search tag, we send that upstream. Down here, we've got map getters already, so that's not going to be a problem for me to get your URL. User level is get user level. And that's just going to tick over. Now, in this sort of case, we won't need to set up an is read-only boolean. The reason being is we can use the user level directly. So what we want to do is down here, we've got the tag model. We want vbind disabled equals user level is less than or equal to 1. And we're just going to copy that. I think color pickers, I think they'll work with the v disabled. Yeah, pretty sure. We'll figure it out. The button, delete. What's the matter, buddy? The close we don't need to worry about. And, ooh, this is a good one. Can save or user level less than or equal to, buddy, hang on. Anyway, sorry, gotta, open up the door for Max. Okay, back to this. Easy done. So click on this, wait a few seconds, hit reload, default tag will open, nothing changes. Why is it user level 4? All right, permission sets. Read only. Tags are read-only. All right. This is a bigger bug because that... Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. All right, don't worry. Read-only. All right, that disables those, but I want them disappeared. Okay. So that just means if user level is greater than 1. And then I'm going to do that and then do that. Ooh. Tag ID doesn't equal 0 and user level is greater than 1. All right, cool. Just hit refresh, double click that. Perfect. It only shows us that data. That is what we wanted. If we go into something like this and go tasks, still can save, still can delete, still can add tag and save. And still can change colors. All right, so we want this as red and this as a lightish blue. Oh God, that's hard to see. Yeah, perfect. All right, cool. Current tasks. This is ready for retesting, and this is in the version this one. So now we've got 7. This has dropped down to 16 bugs, which is great news. So what we want to do, I'm going to close all this. I'm going to stop all this. I'm going to go npm run prod. Whilst that's actually happening, I want to go git add source, git status. I think it's double checking all of that. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Git commit bug fix. And we just want to paste this in. Git push. Yep, we're happy with that. All right, now we need NearBeach read the docs. Procedures. Deployment of NearBeach. So make sure on the development branch all features pulled in. We are, yep. Run the audit tools, npm audit. Ooh, we're going to have some problems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here. npm audit. So we'll have some tiny mouse issues at the moment. All right, npm audit fix. So we're just fixing the Vite stuff. All right. Oh, I don't think we can fix the tiny mouse stuff just yet. Oh, unless... all right. versions. Latest. So we've got 4.05. All right. Let's have a... Can never find stuff in this. Oh, we've got 5.10 here. Tiny mouse greater than... Oh, sorry, 5. All right, they've got this one. She doesn't say when it was pushed. 8 months ago. Great. So 8 months ago. We've got release candidates 8 days ago. I can't risk it. There's no fix anyway. Because it will break stuff. Yeah. All right. That's one problem with this. Okay. npm run prod. Just got to do that again. Then we run the end-to-end stuff. This won't take too long. npm run e2e. Ooh, the NearBeach file is getting a bit big. Yeah, I would want to shrink that down. All right, this is doing... this probably will have some... Oh no, this won't have fails in it. There you go. End to end, that's fine. Because we're still running the server. And I'm pretty sure it's close enough to the base sort of stuff. Now we do need to check the screenshots very quickly, but nowadays, if we go into sites, NearBeach, we have tests. We've got end to end. We have shakeout. Test results, sorry, shakeout, admin. We can actually do this like this. So I'll have a light version and a dark version, but the thing is, I've got the admin set to dark, sorry, so that's why it's all in dark. But this is perfectly fine. I don't see anything standing out that is going to be an issue. All right, cool. Deployment process, yada yada yada. All right, let's do make sure the development branch has been pushed to origin. Like so, easy done. Now I could do a git flow release sort of thing, but it's not working how I want it to. So I'm just going to go github.com NearBeach. And I'm just going to create a pull request. And we're just going to do this very, very quickly. So all I need to do is, if I click on this, I copy this, paste it in. Click on this, copy this. Oh, I should be doing this in this order. Sorry, my bad. Click on this, click on that, do that, be like, yeah. Click on this, copy that, click on this, yeah. Click on this, copy this, click on this. All right. Ah, wrong area to put that in. All right, getting almost done. All right, create pull request. Now the Circle CI stuff I want to wait for. Now the file's changed, 86. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of changes. But I'm going to pass that. So what I want to do, so I still want to visit Circle CI. I want to go to application. Even though we've gone through most of the application that's been working tonight, we still need to use this. We've got successes all the way through. I don't foresee this breaking, but we did update a few libraries. We do want to test the front end. I'm hoping it's not broken. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to quickly check because I've been getting quite a few messages. All right. Yeah, this will take a little while. Whilst we're doing that, we might as well read the rest of this thing. Make sure the latest builds. Yep. We're not. Yeah, we're just, and then we just do a release. The idea originally was when we do a release, it's meant to trigger the GitHub stuff, but it just doesn't. Which I've got to do a little bit more information on. All right. This looks like it's done. It's saving the information. It's passed. All right, cool. So I'm going to merge. Merge pull request. Confirm merge. I'm being naughty. And then what I want to do is I actually want to just copy this, go cancel. All right. Ooh, do we actually have bump IDNA? Oh, bump byte from that to that. We might not need this anymore. All right. That might be closed. Yeah. Okay. Files changed. Documents, requirements. All right, yep. We'll approve that. All right, cool. Let's go back into our code. So we're on the main. Easy. We're going to create a new release. Easy. We're going to paste this in. We're going to go up here, choose tag 0.31.14. We're going to create it. And then 0.31.14. Says pre-release, create the gen. Yeah, all right, sweet. So we've got another release coming. All right, this is awesome news. Now, just give me a couple of seconds. I am just doing one other thing. Making sure. All right. Ooh. All right, cool. I know who I'm going to raid next. Okay, cool. Sweet. So, what do we want to do now? So going up here, let's do this crossing out stuff. We've fixed some bugs. All right, we now need to plan the Gantt charts, CRUD, and the documentation. So we've got the documentation. We're going to close this. I'm actually going to do a few admin things in here first. Just because if I don't do it now, it's going to frustrate me later that I didn't do it. And we're just going to fix everything up. All right, cool. Fixed. All right, my current issues. We got 16. They're all normal. Let's go to custom fields. NearBeach application. We've got versioning. We want to archive that. Archive that. Show release. Sorry, I keep forgetting the method of the madness to this. Untick archive, and then we need to go release, release, archive, archive. All right, and then we got those 4 releases. All right, sweet. And oh, we're getting. Give me a couple of seconds. If we go back to releases, we scroll back down. Okay, those are release candidates. Those are the ones that didn't quite work. So 35. So 0. We'll just scroll down. Pick a thin thing. 0.35. I mucked that up. 0.30.35 was one of our largest sort of patches releases. So currently we're at 0.31.14. So we're getting there. 11 more releases and reach the 35. Guaranteed to happen. Easily done. I'm not foreseeing us going up to 0.32 anytime soon, because what we want to do is we want to finish the sprints and the Gantt charts and any other features. So this is essentially a massive sort of feature branch. Our 0.32 will most likely be a bug crunch again. So when we get to that, probably late this year, we'll do that. But I don't foresee this one having many patches. So yeah. And then we should start looking at doing a alpha beta. To head towards 1.0. which I'll be happy about. All right, let's close that. We've done that. So let's scroll down. Let's talk about documentation. Specifically, the current problems. I don't think socks. Okay. All right. So if we go to our document page, you'll notice that, yay, we've got like first time setup, which goes through your first time setup, how to manage users, first time setup, how to manage groups and all that kind of fun stuff. The different system variables under administration. Yeah. So that's under administration tasks for the first time setup. You've got the local development and all that kind of stuff, which I think is still relevant. And then you've got basic usage. So basic usage at the moment is very light. So the one problem is documentation is very light. Light in content. It doesn't expand on a lot of the functionality too. We've also got screenshots with bugs in them. So, for example, with this particular one, we should be able to expand on what information does what you can do, where, and so forth like that. So let's put in an example. For example, organization does not have the CRUD. So we don't have the ability to create. Sorry, we don't have the documentation for create. We don't have the documentation for the read. We don't have the documentation for the update. And we don't have the documentation for the delete. And it should be in that order with the documentation, because the user would want to learn how to create first, then they want to learn how to read and update. Now, read and update can actually be on one page, but this is actually really for the search functionality. The update, all right, and then the delete. Now, currently at the moment, we don't actually have the ability to delete organizations from NearBeach. Oops. Oh, I can't use prod. I should have straightened up this image. It's going to annoy a few people. Why is this going so slow? That was weird. List objects. So yeah, for example, we don't have that process. And that's a process we've got to think about too. Because if we wanted to delete an organization from the system, we also would want to actually offer the ability to purge the data, in the sense that all particular fields around the organization are blanked out. So a good example would be, for example, in Europe. Yeah, for example, in Europe. Ooh, another good choice. All right. So anyway, I've jumped into here because I actually wanted to jump into new features. And I wanted to add in under organizations and customers, add the ability to delete. Users should have the ability to delete an organization / customer with the ability to wipe, to remove, to remove the data so it looks. I can't think of the wording I want at the moment. Users should have the ability to delete an organization / customer. This ability should also be able to obey the GRPG, is it called? All right, cool. To satisfy the European data protection laws, we could implement a standard where the organization / customers name and information is essentially overwritten with or junk data. We will need to apply a method around what happens to existing objects connected to this organization / customer. So the one problem is if you got a let's say a task for a object for a customer and you delete that customer, what happens to that particular task, and so forth like that. For that particular task, the customer should disappear from that task, and that's pretty easy. But what if you do it at the organization level? What happens to that task? And how do we close that task? And the one problem is with the closing of the tasks, it's going to pick the first close and just be like, all right, cool, that's it. We're going to use that close. So I'm going to put that in. All right, customers have a section that notifies the user which open objects the customer is connected to. Oh, yep. We need to implement that. That will hopefully get implemented too. And I need to do some research on this. And these. All right. So, getting back to our documentation. So, we need to break these down into, we need basics usage. We need a definition of objects. We need a quick definition being like, this is what the objects are and so forth like that. And then break down into, let's say you go into the organization. It shows you an image of the organization. It says, these are the bits of data collected. This is how you do the create. This is how you do the update and so forth like that. Another thing is, another problem that we currently have is common components. As you see, what we could potentially do is we need a common component. So we need instructions for this section. All right, cool. Another thing we need is common issues. So where to submit bug reports. Where to ask for features. Oh, my handwriting's getting horrible. Where to ask for features. And so forth like that. So yeah, all right. I think a lot of this I will probably expand on the weekends and so forth like that. So yeah, or I might have an extra long stream during the week. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, Gantt chart. We just have to think about what sort of endpoints we need, what the user can do. So, oops. What can the user do? Okay, cool. So essentially on the Gantt chart, they can, do we want to have the drag and drop ability? No, I don't think the drag drop ability. Okay, what we can do is change start date. Start / end date. They can drag / drop start / end date. They can drag drop the bar, complete bar. All right. What else can they do? What else did we want to actually have that data have? We wanted the start date and end date. We wanted the project name. We don't want them editing that whatsoever. That doesn't make sense. User can go to object. Which has nothing to do with the CRUD. And user can reorder. Reorder list with a click. Okay. So what I'm seeing is pretty much the same stuff here. So after each update, we have a function that will update the end date and start date. That will update both dates for that object. And we'll be happy. Because the object updates in the front end, we'll send that data to the back end, but we won't need to worry about anything on the back end whatsoever. So if it's sent, we're only going to have a toast pop up if there's an issue. So an issue would be like, for example, something goes down or something. All right. And the reason why I'm saying both dates is because if they change the start and end date widget on the widget, boom, we just send it to the back end. Done. It could be the same function. If they drag and drop the start or end date, or they drag the whole complete bar, the dates change and stuff like that, boom, we'll just send it back. That's not going to be a problem whatsoever. So after each update, we will have a function that will update both dates for that particular object and just sends it to the back end just to keep the back end up to date. Then what we want to do is, that's pretty much just one function. That will handle all the date changes. That will be good. That will be good. The data we'll need, and this is very important, we need the destination. So if it's a project, task, etc. The location, ID, that's going to be an int. All right, so that's the location of the destination and so forth like that. Then we'll need the start date. Which will be in the date time. And then start date. Yes, I can write. And then we need the end date, which is also date time. All right, so that shouldn't be a problem. What will we call the backend? And I'm thinking something very simple. So I'm thinking object data. Oh, no. Let's have a look at the sprint URLs, because this is part of the sprint. The object, the object data does kind of fit. However, it doesn't at the same time. It's one of those weird ones. So we've got sprint information delete, sprint information finish, sprint information start sprint. We could have sprint information update object. So that would be, why am I having ads so soon? So sprint information. I am just going to clear all that.